Welcome back to the deep dive, where we dig into the source material to pull out the strategic insights you can actually use. Today, we're tackling something that is a monumental challenge for any business that grows beyond one or two locations.
Hmm.
We're talking about multi-location reputation management. When you have dozens, maybe hundreds of stores, your reputation isn't just a number on a website.
No, not a...
It's what our sources are calling the silent currency.
I love that phrase. It's so true. It's this currency that customers are trading on before they even decide to walk through your door.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
trying to manage that chorus of opinions, positive and negative, when you're
Mhm.
doing it by hand, it's just deafening.
Oh, it's an absolute beast. And trying to manage it manually, especially with the kind of volume a big brand generates,
Yeah.
it's where things fall apart.
Right.
It's so time-consuming, it's nuanced, and you end up with, completely inconsistent responses, or even worse, just silence.
So the solution we're digging into isn't just, hey, let's use some AI to write a few replies.
Not at all. We are completely reframing this. We're looking at AI-powered automation as fundamental operational infrastructure.
Infrastructure, not a tool.
Exactly. It's not a shiny feature you add on. It's the backbone of your strategy. It's how you build credibility and, maybe more importantly, consistency across your entire footprint.
So the mission for this deep dive is to really figure out how you move past AI as just a gadget and turn it into a true system.
A system that automates all that relentless, repetitive work.
So that management can actually focus on strategic growth. It's about replacing that human dependency on boring tasks with, well, smart systems.
Okay, let's unpack this. So when a company first starts looking at AI for, handling customer reviews and sentiment, the mindset is almost always tactical.
Right. They see it as a magic wand.
Yeah, or like a high-tech mop. Just point it at the mess of one-star reviews and poof, it'll all be clean. It's seen as this quick fix for a pain point.
And that analogy, the mop or the wand, that's precisely why so many AI implementations just stall or they seriously underperform. Because the thinking is wrong from the start.
Exactly.
Mhm.
AI isn't there to just clean up messes. It's there to prevent the leaks in the first place by building a whole new foundation. We're talking about creating a decision architecture.
Okay, a decision architecture. What does that actually mean in practice? What is it replacing?
Well, think about the old architecture. It was, what, manual triage?
Frantic emails getting forwarded everywhere.
Yes, total reactive firefighting. You're relying on the subjective judgment of dozens of different managers in different locations. It was slow, it was chaotic,
And impossible to really track.
completely. But the moment you introduce AI as architecture, that whole paradigm shifts.
Mm.
Suddenly, the AI is like the plumbing and electrical systems of the building.
It's just working, always on in the background.
Yes, tirelessly processing all that noise, all those data points, so that human leadership isn't just trying to survive the day. They can actually step back and see the bigger picture.
And that's the real shift, isn't it? It's not just about saving time.
It's not. It saves time, obviously. But what it really gives you, the listener, is control. It's strategic insight over hundreds of different conversations about your brand, all happening at once. That kind of visibility was, it was just impossible a decade ago.
So let's get practical with this idea of architecture. How do we start building it? What's the first step in automating what you call the grunt work, the 80% solution?
Right, the 80% solution, this is where you get the biggest immediate win.
Okay, so let's imagine I'm the operations manager for a fast-growing restaurant chain. I'm literally drowning in reviews from everywhere. Google, Yelp, Facebook, you name it.
Yep.
Trying to manage that across 50 locations it's just not possible.
It is completely unsustainable. So the very first foundational step is to connect that data fire hose. You have to unify all those different sources.
So you're pulling everything into one place. Our sources mention tools like Bird Head of Views for this.
Yeah, exactly. Platforms like that act as the central conduit. You're not logging into 10 different websites. You use APIs to link everything so all that data flows into one central hub.
Okay, the hub is built. The data is flowing in. How does the automation actually kick in to handle that volume?
This is where the smart logic comes in. First, you set up a whole library of brand-compliant response templates. These are triggered by specific positive keywords, things like great service or friendly staff.
So for all the 5-star, everything was great reviews.
The AI system can automatically publish a personalized reply. It might pull in the location name, maybe the staff member's name if it was mentioned. It give that immediate positive acknowledgement.
And that's a huge chunk of the volume right there.
It's often 70, even 80% of the total volume. But, and this is the crucial part, this system is not built to just blindly respond to everything.
Oh, okay.
It's designed to score and triage feedback instantly. So any review that hits a certain negativity threshold or has specific keywords like manager, refund, unsafe,
It gets flagged.
instantly. It's immediately tagged and escalated for human oversight.
I see. So when you talk about an 80% reduction in manual handling, you're really talking about freeing people from that high volume, low stakes, positive feedback.
Precisely. You are not automating your most difficult, most sensitive cases. You're automating the repetitive thank yous that used to eat up so much time.
And that frees up your best people for the 20% of reviews that actually need a human brain and, some empathy.
That's the entire goal. You gain incredible speed and consistency across the whole brand, but without sacrificing the quality of resolution for the cases that truly matter.
Okay, let's move on to what I think is the really exciting part. Beyond just responding, what's the magic that happens once this infrastructure is in place?
Yeah, this is where it goes from a useful tool to a strategic weapon. The real value is in the analysis.
We're talking about AI identifying sentiment trends.
Exactly. The system isn't just looking at one review. It's correlating millions of data points to find patterns. Patterns a human team they could never spot on their own.
Or at least not until it was way too late.
Weeks too late. I mean, think about it. A manager might see a couple of complaints about, say, sticky floors at 2 different stores. They just see them as isolated cleaning issues.
Right. Tell the staff to mop better.
Exactly. But the AI architecture sees everything. It sees a sudden spike in the keyword floor and the sentiment tag cleanliness across 20 locations, all within a 48-hour window.
And that's the leap from just reporting to true predictive analytics. It's not just saying what happened, it's spotting a potential systemic failure.
It is. The AI flags that pattern. Maybe it identifies the common link, like all 20 locations just got a new cleaning product from a new supplier, and it sends an urgent operational alert.
So you're flagging the problem before it becomes a massive PR nightmare.
You're shifting from reactive customer service to proactive operations management. It's a total game changer.
So what does that insight allow you to do strategically?
Well, the applications are incredible. If the AI tells you that customers in, say, the Midwest are raving about a new menu item, but they're also complaining about a lack of parking.
You can tweak your marketing in real time.
Instantly. You could run location-specific digital ads that highlight easy curbside pickup or a special on that beloved menu item. You're using real-time data to directly address a problem and capitalize on its success.
And that's where the numbers get really compelling. Our sources say this kind of strategic application can boost customer engagement by up to 25%.
It can, because it's so targeted.
Yeah.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the AI infrastructure is working 24/7. It's not just typing replies. It's turning potential PR nightmares into real opportunities for building customer loyalty.
Okay, but we have to talk about the elephant in the room here. Authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
If we automate the vast majority of our responses, aren't we risking the brand starting to sound like a robot? A corporate drone?
That is the single most critical question. And it's why the balance between the efficiency of the infrastructure and real human empathy has to be designed into the system from day one.
It can't be an afterthought.
It can't. The AI has to enhance the human connection, not try to replace it.
I think the source material gives a really helpful guideline here. It talks about keeping a human touch on about 10% of the outputs.
That 10% figure is so important. It isn't just a random number. It represents the threshold for where humans have the absolute maximum impact.
So this is where your best, most empathetic people should be living.
Yes. They're not wasting their talent on great service comments anymore. They're focused entirely on those complex, nuanced, negative cases that need a real conversation.
Here's where it gets really interesting for me. If you do this right, you've completely redefined the job description for your customer service or marketing team.
You really have.
They're no longer a response unit. They're now using that extra time, that 10% focus, to actually train frontline staff to design better customer experiences based on the data the AI is giving them.
They become a strategy and development unit.
Yeah.
That's a fundamental shift in how you use your human capital, and it's all enabled by the infrastructure.
So the big takeaway here is that AI and automation aren't about removing the human element.
Not at all. It's about amplifying it. Use the AI for the heavy lifting, the repetitive 80% tasks, so you can save your limited, valuable, human focus for what people do best, building genuine relationships and solving complex problems.
So we have to circle back to that core idea. You have to stop seeing AI as just another tool you buy.
And start seeing it as fundamental operational infrastructure. You have to integrate it into your business's DNA.
And when you make that leap, you go from being a business that's constantly bogged down by reviews to one that actually thrives on them. You're using them as fuel.
Consistent, reliable fuel for growth.
So what does this all mean? I think the immediate next step for you, the listener, is to stop asking, which AI tool should I get?
Right.
And instead, start examining your current systems. Ask, what is the architecture I need to build? Where can AI reliably take over that 80%? And, just as importantly, where is my human touch absolutely irreplaceable?
And I'll leave you with a final thought to chew on.
Yeah.
Once you've freed up 80% of your team's time from handling manual reviews, what are you going to do with
A
it?
great question.
Which irreplaceable human interactions can you now pour all of that new time and energy into? Is it redesigning a process, building community ties, developing a new product? Because at the end of the day, the game changer isn't the software. It's the systems you build around it.